Alright guys, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good start to the weekend. So wow, looks like I'm really striking a nerve with some people, huh? Makes you wonder if we're getting close to the truth, right? And here old Don B thought he was just, these people's like, I hate Don B, and he's, you know, he don't know what he's talking about, yada yada yada. Why, watch. If Don B is such a dumbass, why even make videos trying to refute what I say? Or why make videos about me if I'm so irrelevant in the Summer Wells investigation? So I'll leave that at that. And remember, if you don't like me and you don't like what I put out, but you still watch me, it still makes you a fan. Alright, so man, where do I start? Alright, so my theory is, I was talking in my video, last few videos, on my theory on why Summer Wells went missing. Summer Wells, in my opinion, had to go missing because some people were about to go to prison over possible allegations, a serious CPS investigation having to do with SA. Dawn was asked, hey, this was, last night, Dawn was asked, does Summer's disappearance have anything to do with past history between you and your sisters, Dawn? Meaning SA. And he hauled around that. He hauled around that question. He even went on to say that he's the victim in all this. He went on to say Mary is a dumbass. He went on to say Mary's a liar and that he's the victim in all this. It's gonna be hard to find supporters, Dawn. And he likes to call Chris McDonough a dumbass. Well, getting on here and calling these women dumbasses and liars and claiming you're the victim, well, in my opinion, that makes Dawn a dumbass. And it's going to be hard for him to find supporters with that kind of attitude, those kind of statements. Yeah, good luck finding supporters there, Dawn. And another thing I want to ask you about, Dawn, if I had the chance to. Did you tell Jody Sue? I think I remember. Help me out, guys. I vaguely remember this. Did Jody Sue say something to the effect of, you said Summer was too dirty or not clean enough to make it into heaven? Something to that effect? What the hell's up with that, Dawn? Now, a lot of people are saying, well, Summer was checked by a doctor before she went to school. She was medically cleared to go to school. So how could she have been SA'd? Here's my chance to call those people dumbasses. The last time I checked, they don't do rape kits on little girls before they go to school. They don't do internal vaginal exams before they go to school. So by making the statement, oh, she had a school exam to get her into school, it's a hearing test, a vision test, a mobility test. They don't do rape kits so little kids can go to school. Now that's making a statement that, oh, so she had a medical she must have had a medical appointment to get cleared to go to school, and she couldn't have been SA'd because she was medically cleared to go to school. That is a dumbass statement right there. That is a dumbass statement. I mean, you obviously know nothing about, I mean, do these people making these statements even have kids that they put into school? I mean, come on. I mean, can you imagine? It just don't happen. It don't. So, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, last night Dawn was saying that Candace loved her kids. Candace loved every one of her kids. Oh, she did she, Dawn? So Candace loved all of her kids. That's what you said, Dawn. So she loved the first batch enough to where they got taken away, and she was fine with it. Didn't get them back. And on this second batch of kids that you say she loved, they got taken away too, didn't they? Boy, you sure do love your kids for CPS to take them, don't you? And then, on top of that, to show really how much you love them, you don't do nothing to get them back, right? To show how much you really love them, while they're in CPS custody, you get drunk, you hit each other on YouTube. You have people coming over like Lil Wayne Morlock on Christmas Eve that has a violent criminal record, which, you know, if those kids were already back in your household, would expose those kids to a criminal that has a violent criminal background. Lil Wayne Morlock. Yeah. Little Wayne Morlock supposedly came over to your house Christmas Eve of 2022. Yeah, Christmas Eve of 2022. Now, why would you have people like that in your house, Dawn? Especially if those kids, like if you'd have gotten them back. Why? And even not getting them back, right? Even not getting them back. Doesn't look like you're trying to get them back by having people like that over there. You know, I mean, since your kids got put into CPS custody, you know, yeah, again, we've seen you arguing, fighting, getting drunk on YouTube. Just being complete dumbasses. Now, I'll go ahead and say it. You know, last night, they were asked if they were doing what they needed to do. You know, are you taking parenting classes? He hauled around that. I'll be honest with you guys. In my opinion, they ain't getting them kids back. Them kids have already been permanently removed. In my opinion, Dawn and Candace have lost custody. In my opinion, they have already lost custody, and they may be trying to persuade the public that they still have a chance to get them back. Well, I'll tell you where I caught on to that. If you have a chance to get them kids back, Dawn, well then why was you on YouTube last night when we all know Judge don't want you on YouTube, right? Why was you on YouTube last night talking about the boys, talking about the foster parents? Yeah, you're not getting them back. You're not getting them back. They've already been taken, ain't they, bud? They have already been taken. You ain't fooling this old boy. They've already been taken. You can get on YouTube and try to pull all the damn... You can try to pull the wool over everybody's eyes. But you ain't pulling the wool over my eyes. They've already been taken, ain't they, bud? People say, I don't think Dawn and Candace... I get people email me every day. I don't think Dawn and Candace gave two shits about them kids. I get emails every day about that. But anyway, guys, I got a lot more to talk about. This is just getting ramped up. It's time for the hard questions. You know, here's the way I look at it. If certain people ain't gonna cooperate in this investigation, well, law enforcement ain't the only one that can put the heat on. You've got the news, you got social media, you got all kinds of outlets that can keep Summer's name and her situation before she went missing out there. So my question to you, and I'll leave you guys to ponder this. If I could ask Dawn Wells one question, that question would be yes or no. Was Summer being investigated for SA? Were there allegations? Jody Sue, who knows? Who knows who made these allegations? But CPS has to look into it. And the way the question was asked to you last night, does Summer's disappearance maybe have anything to do with history between you and have anything to do with the history between you and your sisters, and you hee-hawed around it? Well, does it, Dawn? Does Summer's disappearance have anything to do with the history of SA between you and your sisters? Inquiring minds want to know. Alright guys, drop your comments below. I'll see you on the next video.